Hi guys, Russ here from Shand Cycles. We're here today to show you how to take the rear wheel out of a Shand Leveret drop bar with a Shimano Alfine rear hub. Okay, first things first, we're going to drop the front shifter into gear 1, the lowest gear. We're going to come to the back of the bike by the rear hub, and just underneath the chainstay you'll see a little rubber boot where the gear cable goes into, and we're going to slot that out of its casing just up where you'll see it come loose, which will allow us to loosen the cable off to be able to get the pinch bolt out of the hub. At the rear of the hub, which is called the cassette joint, there's a little tab, and we can push this now up, feed the cable underneath the tab and flick the cable out of the hub, releasing the cable away from the rear wheel. Pull that out of the way, away from the wheel to stop any obstruction when taking the wheel out. Get your 15mm spanner, a box spanner, ring spanner will be just absolutely fine for the job, and do anti-clockwise both sides of the wheel until they're loose enough and the wheel will drop out of the frame. Just very carefully take the belt off the rear sprocket, put it to one side, and that is your rear wheel out of the bike. Right, we're going to pop the wheel back into the bike after any puncture repairs we've had to do or tyre changes. First things we do is grab the belt, pop that over the rear sprocket alignment and over the front belt ring. Once you've got those two slotted on, grab the wheel, bring in the cassette just down to a horizontal path following the chainstay, and the two key washers have got little tabs on them that will sit at the bottom of the rear hanger. Bring the wheel up, slotting the disc rotor into between the pads and the two washers. At the same time, will slot into place. Put some pressure on the bottom of the wheel, forcing the wheel into the dropouts until they hit home, and then use your 15mm spanner to nip up the bolts on both sides. And then back round to reapply the gear cable onto the cassette joint. Bringing the cable underneath the chainstay over the top of the hub, we're going to bring the little tab at the bottom, bring the cassette joint up, and there's a little location section where your fixing pinch bolt will go into the hub. Pop that in, let your finger go, and that will come back on a spring, allowing you to reposition your cable. Pull the cable back into the slot of the cassette and push the rubber boot back home, and that's back to where your wheel would have been before. At that point there, go to your gear shifter and check the gears that they're all working correctly. Go to gear 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is 2 setting lines marked in yellow to show that your gear cable is correctly installed and the gears will now work.